What is up, everybody? My name is Nate. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the weekly rotation video where I talk about what I wore last week and then just some creative stuff as well. I'm also thinking about doing like perfumery update. I'm actually diving into making perfume actually myself. I realize I've only been doing it for about 2 months now. So let me know if that's something interesting. I'd probably release it on Saturday maybe, or just weekly rotation on move it to Monday, and then maybe doing the perfume thing on Sunday. Let me know what you guys think. I want to talk briefly a little bit about perfumery. So if you want to skip ahead, here's the time code. So I have two formulas that I'm like really confident with. This one is a little vanilla, not a little vanilla, a lot vanilla, but it's a vanilla heavy fragrance. I still want to work with this one a little bit more, but I'm happy where it sits, honestly. Really am. But it's a little heavy on the vanilla, so I want to dial that back and kind of work it in together. So really good. I like that. I'm really happy with that. Really happy with the mixture and the blend. And then this one, I've been working on this one for a little bit, and I actually came really close to getting a musk blend that smells like Bleu de Chanel. And I'm not saying I stumbled across this. I've been trying to, like, you know, research and work at it. 3 main musks in Bleu de Chanel are like a heavy musk, like a animalic musk, dosed at such a low amount. And then you have habanalide, which is the main musk. And then you have havetalide, which is the sub musk. And that's a mix between ethylene brassylate and embretolide. And then you just touch it with some more embretolide. So I'll put up on screen here kind of the ratios that I did to make this kind of musk blend. So I added this to like a citrus combo and like pamplemousse, bergamot, isoe super, and a little bit of cedar, you know, that kind of thing. And I found that it smelled like, I mean, a lot of components are missing from Bleu de Chanel, but really damn close. The thing is I could just buy or find there's a actual, like, you can find out what exactly is in all these fragrances. You can, it's called GCMS, and that's why there's so many clones on the market. And I wore a couple clones this week, but there's an actual, like, scientific thing, instrument that you can use to actually identify compounds that are in perfume. So basically you train the machine to smell all these different raw ingredients, and then you put through a designer fragrance and it reads it, and it pops up this graph that you could actually, like, figure out what's in what. That's why there's a whole bunch of clones on the market. Mix that with a semi or really good trained perfumer, and they could dial that in all the way to get an exact clone. That's probably what, like, Latif is doing, Fragrance World is doing. Most likely they probably have one of those machines. I know they're probably really expensive, but anyway, just so you guys know, what I'm interested in is why they have the liberty to make bottles like this. So this looks like Amouage, and so it's like, it's really interesting, Anyway, if you want to try that out, if you're actually making perfume and you're watching these, cool. Try out mixing habanalide, havetalide, and just a touch of embretolide, and then add in I think I have muscatone, but a much more animalic. I'll put it up on screen. The name is escaping me right now, but it smells somewhat like a Bleu de Chanel kind of thing. All right, jumping into the weekly rotation, I wore Cabana. This is from Killer Oud, Paris Corner. I wore this on Monday, and this is a very fresh citrus vetiver kind of style fragrance. It's got some oak moss, some mint in here as well to kind of lift it up in the top. It's really good. I just ordered a sample of what it's cloning because I love this one so much. I want to end up buying a bottle of Beach Hut Man. Beach Hut Man, from what I know, is really close to this one. So moving forward with my channel, I'm gonna be ordering a lot more samples and a lot more fragrance samples from Scent Split and other discounters that sell samples. I've realized that I was gonna buy some fragrances, and the total came out for 5 fragrances from Fragrance Buzz, gonna cost me $350 for fragrances that I wanna pick up. So I went on to Scent Split just to see what I could smell these for by just buying samples, and I worked it all the way down to like $30 for all of them, just sampling them. So, and I'm at the point in my collection where I don't have to, you know, I'm not gonna be using all these. So the bottles are nice. I can't afford the bottles right now. So I'm gonna be moving my channel into reviewing samples and kind of getting a little bit more in-depth, more more info, I guess you could say. I'm gonna do more graphs. I'm gonna do more like breakdowns, that kind of thing. And I'm gonna try to step away from like the clones for a little bit, until I can recover financially from all this. All right, on Tuesday, I wore Tom Ford Ombre Leather. Love this stuff so much. This is a very good leather fragrance, soft, smooth, spicy, rich, a little bit of earthy vibes with this one. It is the best leather fragrance on the market, I think. This one and Tuscan Leather are right up there with, and then Parfums de Marly has they have a leather fragrance. It's really good. And then on Wednesday, I decided to pull out my favorite Polo Red Parfum. Love this stuff so much. I do want to pick up a bottle of the Polo Blue eventually. I just find that buying fragrances right now is hard. I love this stuff so much. It's got like this beautiful citric combo in the top with some red fruits. It's pretty dang sweet, and it's got a nice kind of musk blend. And this is where a lot of people don't like it. It dries down pretty sweet and it kind of like loses the way it like dries down, there's no substance there. So there's no heavy woods, there's nothing really defining about the dry down. Like when you, like Bleu de Chanel, for instance. When Bleu de Chanel dries down, it's so smooth, it's creamy woods, it's sexy musk, it's perfect. This, it dries down and it kind of gets a little softer. The sweetness kind of still stays there, but it's just kind of like meh. Not the best dry down. The opening is fantastic though. And that's, I guess, designer fragrances. You want a good opening so that people buy it, you know. Prada Black is what I wore. So it's been kind of cooler this week, and I was able to pull out some kind of darker fragrances. I love this stuff so much. This is some really, really good stuff. It's a very ambery, heavy fragrance with some vanilla and just some really good bergamot. It's excellent. This is some really, really good stuff. I love wearing this. This one does, from what I know, it was discontinued and then now it's back, I guess. I feel like they just reformulated it. From doing perfumery and looking into perfumery a little bit more, I understand why companies reformulate their fragrances now, because a lot of these components, a lot of these fragrances use chemicals. I just ordered one. Lilinol. This right here, I'll throw up the name up here, but this one is a Lily of the Valley compound. And it's got like a fresh, it almost smells like a fresh Lily of the Valley. This is mainly used for blending materials together. So if you have like a nice base and a nice top, you kind of want to balance those together. That's where like Lily of the Valley materials come in, like Magnolian, Hedione does that as well. But those usually kind of blend those two together. So it's pretty much in all men's fragrances on the market right now. But this was banned, or at least taken off. And this is in a lot of men's fragrance. This was known in Tom Ford Grey Vetiver. Grey Vetiver had that, and they reformulated that and took it out and put a replacement in there. So you can actually make up an accord to replace those. So like if I wanted something that smelled like that, I would just break down all the different synthetic materials that go into something like that and make up in my own accord and then use that accord instead of this. And so then you don't, because it's like certain raw ingredients that get banned or limited, and then they have to take out whatever is making that chemical, you know, poisonous or whatever they deem it to be. Anyway, I went on a tangent there. Anyway, the Mr. Burberry, not Mr. Burberry, Burberry Hero is what I wore on Friday, and I love this stuff, but I'm so disappointed in this. This has inspired me to actually make something. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but I wanna make a fragrance enhancer so I can actually wear some of these, because this is fantastic. This is really good. I love the pine that's going on here. I think there's some juniper berry in here. This is I love this stuff. I really love this stuff. It's fresh, it's inviting, it's in the same kind of ballpark as Dior Homme 2020. But the thing about this is, this does not perform at all. I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. I sprayed this on my clothes. I couldn't smell it after the 5-hour mark on my clothes. And I was out and about, you know, with the air breezing around, and it sucks. This is one of those situations, soapy clean, cedar, oh, it's great. This is one of those situations where it's like, I love the scent profile. I love the vibe of it, but it just doesn't perform. A lot of people have this with Nautica Voyage. Nautica Voyage is very fresh, clean, doesn't perform. So why would you wear that to like the office, you know, because it's gonna wear off as soon as you walk in the door. That's how I feel about this one. I need to make a fragrance enhancer ASAP. On Saturday, I wore Sillage by Armaf. I haven't worn this in quite some time, and I was blown away at the performance about this. This lasted me all day long, all the way until I went to bed. I was still smelling it. I was like, what is that like fresh ambroxan smell on me? And it's this one. I was kind of blown away, honestly. This one is really good though. I love this stuff. I don't wear it all that often. It's a very popular scent DNA. Actually, my coworker wears Silver Mountain Water kind of DNA, so I try not to wear too much of it. And then today I'm wearing a sample that I have of 40 Knots by Xerjoff. And this is one that I really want to pick up. Most definitely. As soon as this is one of those fragrances that I will be picking up a bottle sooner rather than later, because I love this stuff. Fresh marine, sea salty, fresh inviting. Yeah, unstoppable, really is. And it lasts for a long time too. So I'm gonna wear it today. I'm gonna kind of do a full review. Probably when I get back later today, I'm gonna go to a get together, spaghetti and some fun. Anyway, let me know what you guys have to think down below. I would love to hear what you're wearing and how it's treating you. Let me know down in the comments. Take care, guys. We'll see you next time.